Seniors, I am begging you to stop these 5 exercises that are slowly damaging your heart. If you're over 60, the way you move matters more than ever. Every stretch, every step, even the exercises you choose can have a lasting effect on your heart. Many people believe that any form of exercise is automatically good. But the truth is, not all movements are safe for an aging heart. Some can quietly put more strain on it than you realize. As a cardiologist, I've seen this many times in my practice. Seniors who feel healthy come in for a routine checkup, and we discover high blood pressure, irregular rhythms, or signs of heart stress they didn't expect. Often, the cause wasn't a poor diet or sitting too much. It was certain types of exercise, movements that were too forceful, too sudden, or simply too demanding for a heart that now needs a gentler, more thoughtful approach. That's why I want to share this with you today. My goal isn't to scare you, it's to keep you safe, active, and confident in your body. In this video, we'll walk through 5 specific exercises that can do more harm than good if you're over 60, and just as important, I'll show you healthier alternatives so you can stay strong without putting your heart at risk. Think of this as a guide to exercising smarter, not harder. With the right adjustments, you can protect your heart while still enjoying the benefits of movement. Better energy, steadier balance, and greater independence. So, let's begin with the first exercise you may want to rethink. It might be one you're already doing this week. Number 1. High-intensity interval training, HIIT, and pushing too hard. A hidden strain on the aging heart, a système dysfonctionné. Once you reach your 60s, 70s, or beyond, your heart simply doesn't respond to exercise the same way it did in your 20s or 30s. It's still capable, but it's less forgiving of sudden stress. That's why one of the most common mistakes I see is older adults taking on high-intensity interval training, or HIIT. These workouts involve short bursts of near all-out effort, followed by brief rests. They've become very popular because they promise fast results. But for an aging heart, they can create silent risks that go unnoticed until it's too late. In my practice as a cardiologist, I've cared for many seniors who believed they were helping their health by doing these workouts. They came in proud of their dedication, but what we found was concerning. Blood pressure running higher than expected, irregular heart rhythms showing up on the EKG, or subtle signs of strain in the heart muscle itself. What caused it wasn't a bad diet or inactivity. It was exercise that was simply too intense for where their heart was now. When you push yourself into a state where you're gasping for breath, your heart is forced to pump harder and faster than it can safely manage. The result isn't building strength, it's adding stress. And the tricky part is that the damage doesn't always announce itself immediately. Maybe you feel a bit dizzy, unusually tired, or more sore than usual. It's easy to brush that off as just getting older. But often, it's your heart waving a quiet red flag, asking you to slow down. This is heartbreaking, because the intentions are always good. Most seniors want to stay independent, keep up with family, or prove they're still strong. But the cost of pushing too far can be an emergency room visit, or worse, a permanent change in heart health. The good news is that safe exercise absolutely exists. Gentle walking, tai chi, water aerobics, or light swimming all keep the heart active without shocking it. These movements improve balance, circulation, and endurance, while working with your heart, not against it. In this stage of life, success isn't about speed or intensity. It's about consistency, safety, and choosing activities you can enjoy for years to come. Remember, protecting your heart today helps preserve your independence tomorrow. And HIIT isn't the only risk I see. Another common mistake doesn't come from movement itself, but from posture and pressure. And it's surprisingly easy to overlook. Number 2, core crunches and heavy lifting, when strength training puts extra strain on the heart. Strength training is often promoted as one of the best ways to stay healthy as we get older. And in many ways, that's true. Building and keeping muscle helps with balance, mobility, and independence. But the type of exercise and the way it's performed make a big difference, especially once you reach your 60s or 70s. Some common routines, like crunches, sit-ups, or lifting heavy weights, can quietly create risks for an aging heart. Here's why. When you perform a crunch or strain to push a heavy dumbbell overhead, you're not only working your muscles, you're also creating a sudden spike in pressure inside your chest and abdomen. That pressure doesn't stay local. It pushes against your blood vessels, raising blood pressure and forcing the heart to pump harder. For a younger body, the heart and arteries may handle it. But for older adults, where arteries may be less flexible or plaque may be silently present, that sudden surge can trigger serious problems. I've seen patients faint during a lift, feel chest pain in the middle of a set, or experience irregular heartbeats after what seemed like a normal workout. These were people trying to do the right thing, staying active, staying strong, but their bodies reacted differently than expected. The truth is, the heart in later decades simply doesn't tolerate abrupt spikes in pressure as well as it once did. That doesn't mean you should give up strength training. On the contrary, keeping muscles strong is essential for protecting joints and preventing falls. The key is to modify how you do it. Instead of heavy weights, consider resistance bands, which give steady resistance without the same internal strain. Focus on slow, controlled movements, breathing steadily rather than holding your breath. If possible, work with a trainer who understands the needs of older adults and heart health. This way, you still build strength, but you protect your heart at the same time. Remember, the goal isn't just lifting more. It's staying mobile, safe, and independent for years to come. Not all risks come from the gym floor, though. Sometimes the greatest strain on your heart comes from something much simpler, like the environment around you. And that brings us to the next point. Number 3, exercising in extreme temperatures, when the weather quietly stresses your heart. Exercise is one of the best medicines we have for aging well. But for older adults, it's not only what you do that matters. It's also when and where you do it. Over the years in my practice, I've seen many seniors head out for a walk on a freezing winter morning or under the blazing summer sun, thinking they're making a healthy choice. What they didn't realize is that the environment itself can quietly turn exercise into a risk. As we age, the body loses some of its ability to regulate internal temperature. That means a 65-year-old walking in the cold or heat is not experiencing the same conditions as a 25-year-old. In cold weather, your blood vessels naturally tighten to conserve heat. This raises blood pressure and forces the heart to push harder, which can be dangerous if you already live with hypertension or narrowed arteries. In hot weather, the opposite happens. Blood vessels widen, the heart pumps faster to cool you down, and fluids are lost quickly through sweat. Dehydration sets in sooner than expected, making the heart's job even more demanding. The strain in these situations doesn't come from exercise itself, but from survival. I've treated patients who collapsed during short walks in the summer or struggled to catch their breath after a few minutes outside in the winter. These aren't rare cases. They are reminders that the aging cardiovascular system is far more sensitive to temperature swings than most people realize. The good news is that with some adjustments, you can stay safe while staying active. Whenever possible, choose indoor environments with controlled temperatures, like a gym, a community center, or even your living room. Drink water before, during, and after activity, even if you don't feel thirsty. In winter, dress in warm, layered clothing. In summer, wear light, breathable fabrics. And most importantly, pay attention to small signals from your body: fatigue, dizziness, or unusual shortness of breath. These whispers are your heart's way of asking you to slow down before something serious occurs. Remember, exercise should build resilience, not create risk. By respecting the role of temperature, you give your heart the best chance to thrive through every season. But weather isn't the only factor. Another danger lies in the type of movement itself, especially fast, jarring motions that can stress more than just your balance. And that's where we turn next. Number 4, jumping, rapid movements, and sudden direction changes. Hidden chaos for the aging heart and body. Fast-paced exercise can feel exciting. Jumping jacks, stair sprints, quick aerobics classes, or even burpees seem like they bring energy and fight back against the feeling of slowing down with age. But once you reach your 60s and beyond, these movements create challenges that the body simply doesn't handle the way it once did. In my practice, I've seen proud, active seniors push themselves to keep up with younger friends in group classes or online workouts. Their motivation was inspiring, but the results weren't always safe. Many later came in describing episodes of dizziness, irregular heartbeats, or unexplained falls. These problems weren't signs of weakness. They were signs of how the body changes with time. As we age, our nervous system responds more slowly. Balance becomes less steady. Arteries stiffen, and the heart pumps less efficiently under sudden stress. When you combine all of that with fast jumps, twists, or abrupt turns, the body is forced into chaos. Blood pressure can swing up and down, the heart may skip or race, and oxygen delivery can struggle to keep pace with the movement. What looks like a simple jump or quick change of direction is, to an older body, a complex challenge. It demands coordination, circulation, and recovery all at once. For seniors already managing mild heart conditions or balance issues, these exercises raise the risk of arrhythmias, dangerous drops in blood pressure, or sudden falls. The hardest part is that the intention is always positive. These men and women simply want to stay strong, stay active, and stay independent. But true strength at this stage of life doesn't come from speed or shock. It comes from control, stability, and protecting the systems that matter most: your heart, your circulation, and your balance. Gentle but consistent routines like Tai Chi, water aerobics, light yoga, or simple stretching may look slower from the outside, but they're far more effective for long-term health. They strengthen muscles, improve circulation, support balance, and calm the cardiovascular system instead of agitating it. Real independence comes from steady movement, not fast jolts. By choosing exercises that work with your body, you protect your heart and preserve your mobility for years to come. Number 5, exercising too late at night, when good intentions disrupt the heart's natural healing. For many older adults, evening can feel like the perfect time to exercise. The day's responsibilities are done, the house is quiet, and finally there's space to move. A short walk after dinner or a light workout before bed may seem like a healthy habit. But after 60, when the body's natural rhythms become more delicate, the timing of exercise matters almost as much as the exercise itself. I've seen this often in my clinic. Seniors tell me they're proud of their discipline, getting in those extra steps before bed or squeezing in a late-night session on the treadmill. But soon after, they start to notice changes they don't connect to exercise: difficulty falling asleep, restless nights, or waking up without feeling restored. What's happening is simple physiology. Even light activity close to bedtime can raise heart rate, increase core body temperature, and stimulate the nervous system. Instead of winding down, the body receives the message to stay alert. For younger people, this may not cause much disruption. But for older adults, whose circadian cycles are already more sensitive, the effects are stronger. The result is less deep, restorative sleep, the very stage the heart relies on to repair and recover. The consequences of missed deep sleep go far beyond fatigue. Poor sleep has been directly linked to higher blood pressure, increased inflammation, insulin resistance, and irregular heart rhythms. Your heart, just like your muscles, needs time to rest and heal. Without it, even healthy routines can backfire. That doesn't mean seniors should avoid activity in the evening altogether. Gentle stretching, a short round of Tai Chi, or slow breathing exercises can be calming. The key is to choose movements that relax, not stimulate. For most people, the best times for more vigorous activity are in the morning or early afternoons. Exercise earlier in the day supports steadier energy, better blood sugar control, and, most importantly, deeper sleep at night. So give your evenings back to rest. Let them be a time for slowing down, reconnecting, and preparing the body for healing. Protecting your sleep is one of the most powerful ways to protect your heart. We've talked through 5 exercise mistakes that I see far too often among older adults. Each of them, high-intensity intervals, heavy lifting or crunches, working out in extreme temperatures, rapid and jarring movements, and exercising too close to bedtime, may seem harmless on the surface. Many of you do them with the best intentions, hoping to stay strong, active, and independent. But as we've seen, each of these habits can quietly put unnecessary strain on the heart, sometimes leading to risks that aren't felt until it's too late. The important message is this: exercise itself is not the enemy. In fact, regular movement is one of the most powerful tools we have to stay healthy after 60. What matters is how you move and when. The heart in its later years thrives on consistency, steady effort, and activities that support its rhythm rather than shock it. Gentle walking, light swimming, Tai Chi, stretching, or resistance bands may not look as dramatic as a fast-paced workout, but they protect your heart, improve balance, and strengthen muscles in ways that last. These choices also help you sleep better, feel calmer, and preserve energy for the moments that matter, whether that's playing with grandchildren, enjoying travel, or simply moving through your day with ease. I've seen patients who made small adjustments, shifting workouts earlier in the day, replacing heavy weights with resistance bands, or choosing climate-controlled spaces instead of braving the elements. Within weeks, they noticed less fatigue, steadier energy, and more restful sleep. The changes weren't drastic, but the benefits were real. That's what I want for you. You don't need to change everything at once. Pick one habit from today's list, replace it with a safer alternative, and give yourself 2 weeks to notice the difference. Chances are, your body will thank you with better energy, clearer sleep, and a calmer heart. If this video was helpful, I'd love to hear from you. Share in the comments which of these 5 habits surprised you most, or which one you plan to change first. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you won't miss the simple, science-backed tips I share every week. Take care of your heart. It's been taking care of you all your life. Now it's your turn to return the favor.